Welcome everybody to the Walt Disney World experience. Standing in lines. Once again, Magic Kingdom via Polynesian Resort. Good morning everybody from the Polynesian walkway to Magic Kingdom. Welcome to the channel. I'm placing Main Street Fire Rescue back in service. I am headed into Magic Kingdom today for the new Country Bear Jamboree. It opened yesterday, but I shouldn't say I haven't done it, because I have. I'm not a big fan of doing opening day attractions on things just because it's such a crap show and everybody's doing it. So thought we let it marinate for a day. We'll go check it out. I don't really have much idea of what it's like. I haven't watched it. So we'll give it Maddie's stamp of approval, or we'll say it sucks ass, one of the two. I feel like it's either really, you gotta either, it's good or bad. There's no middle ground. You gotta make a decision, yay or nay, right? Pro tip number one: before getting on any Disney transportation or attraction, go to the bathroom. Especially with their unknown reliability and with breakdowns, the last place you want to find yourself is either on the monorail or on a ride, and number one or number two, nature's calling. Not a place you want to find yourself. Go to the bathroom. That is all. So welcome back everybody. Welcome back to Magic Kingdom. Finally made it. It's a sojourn and odyssey to get here, as usual. I tell you, man, I can't, if there's one thing I can't stand are brats. And this kid, the way he talked to his mother in the monorail is just appalling. And the parents are just like, oh, what do you want, sweetie? Man, I'm telling you, if I'd have talked like that to my parents at that age, first off, the vacation would have probably been over. Second of all, I wouldn't have sat down for a week. And it's called discipline, you know, setting boundaries. But that doesn't exist these days, which is why we got a-hole kids growing up into a-hole adults and on and on. Anyway, yesterday Country Bear Jamboree opened up, and I was working yesterday. I thought about coming out here last night. I'm like, nah, let's just let this marinate for a day. We'll check it out today. We'll give it a good review. Give it one of Matt's specialties. They said I'm very honest with this stuff. You can count on that. And it doesn't look like the wait's too long. It keeps saying 15 minutes, which is pretty standard, meaning that usually means you can pretty much walk right up and get right in. So join me, will you? Let's get our ass in gear. This vlog is in service. Let's head into the Magic Kingdom. Strollers falling backwards as people pile crap on them. It's interesting when you can come here, not as a day ticket guest, like when you got shit to do, but just as a pass holder and just walk and observe. It's amazing the things that you see. It's incredible. You just look around and you realize a lot of people live their lives in just utter chaos every day. You can just tell. It's unbelievable. Here we are, Country Bear Musical Jamboree, and yeah, not a lot of line at all. Apparently yesterday they set up this gigantic extended queue that they never needed. I mean, realistically, the people going to see this, the Up Yours boat, realistically, the people going to see this are the diehards, honestly. People that are here on vacation, never been here, this really isn't on their radar. Well, let's take a look, huh? Oh, look at this. We get to walk right in. Sweet. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we got. Back in Grizzly. I'm going to sit in the back here so I don't bother anybody.
Featuring a wild and woolly assortment of grizzled old grizzlies singing a little country, a little western, and a whole lot of everything in between. So get those paws tapping and those claws flapping for five bears who need no introduction, but I'll give them one anyway. Let's hear it for the Five Bear Rocks. Hit it, boys! Musical jamboree. a hive full of honey. It's our very own Trixie and the talented trio, Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah. Or is it Beulah, Bunny, and Bubbles? Well, any way you count it, they're triple the fun. Okay, boys, now why don't we try something a little different? How about a love song, man?
That's like nightmare fuel right there.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Fish? You're making me hungry.
Not me, I'm stuffed.
Okay, now, our next performer used to play with the Mineral Kings, but is here now. A furry firestorm of fiddling Floridian fury. Take it away, Ernest.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
I can open your eyes, take you wonder about wonder. Over, sideways, and under, honey, magic, carpet ride, a whole new world.
Is the stage on fire?
A dazzling place I never knew.
Jeez.
But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear.
And now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Y'all sing hide and seek sometime.
I would, but I'm scared of heights.
And I'm scared of swings.
You know, it might surprise you to learn that our next performer is still an eligible bachelor.
Is it the clumpy way he walks?
Or the grumpy way he talks.
Or the pear-shaped, square-shaped weirdness of his feet? Huh?
And though we know he washes well,
He always ends up sort of smelly.
but you'll never meet a fella who's as sensitive as me. Everyone's a bit of a fixer-upper, that's what it's all about. Look, we hate each other, bring yourself and round us out. Everyone's a bit of a fixer-upper, when push comes to shove. You don't think fixer-upper gets it out, fixer-upper is true. Remember me. Oh, I had to say goodbye. Remember me. Just don't let it make you cry. Too sad. I can't go home.
Poor guy.
Poor curtains.
Well, folks, I'd say that's a rendition we'll remember for a long time. Now, how about we do one of my favorites? You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a brown rose. I got a tip. There's everything I would do. We sit together and see through it all. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
We invite all our friends out there to join us for the finale.
Great idea, Sammy. Hey, gang, hit it. Look for the bad necessities, the single bad necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bad necessities, that's why I'm bearing rest of these. Just the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be conquered. I'm hearting home. The bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants and tender plants and empty arms and maybe try a few, the bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. That's enough.
Henry, get the hook. Forget the hook. Get a band track.
Remember. Well, folks, this concludes our show. As you can see, we're still barely keeping it together. Now gather up all your bare necessities and exit out the doors on your right. What do you say, Sammy?
I say, y'all come back, yeah?
Wish that I was on old Rocky Top. Whoop. Nope. Well, let's unpack that a minute. Because the last time I was in Grizzly Hall was January. Can you believe that? Since January? I got some things to say. Give me 1 second here. So now I got away from the crowds and all that. I can talk a little bit. Permission to speak freely, sir. All right. I'm not that big of a fan of it. Now, the music is catchy in some parts, but I felt like I was sitting in a celebration station, or for those more familiar with Chuck E. Cheese. we had a place in Indiana, northern Indiana, where I grew up called Celebration Station, and that's exactly what it felt like with those animatronic characters singing. I think what made it feel a little bit out of place was they've modernized it and they put it into an older style of venue. Basically, it's an original 1971 attraction, but they've put all this modern stuff in it while not updating the venue that it sits in. So it's kind of like 2024 meets 1971. And I don't like what they did with the bears, like that new one, what, Liver Lips or whatever the new bear that they updated. They gave him a new name. I think it went from Liver Lips to Romeo or some crazy name like that. But I'm sorry, that guy looks like nightmare fuel. That guy looks freaky as hell. And the song he's singing, it just looks creepy. The whole thing just, to me, sounded really creepy. It just didn't look right. They trying to make him look like Elvis, but I don't think it came out that way at all. I did not a fan of that one. That it just, like I said, it just doesn't mesh. That's just my best opinion. It doesn't mesh. They're trying to jam all new things in with the old. And while that's okay to do that, you have to be careful how you do it, because otherwise you're going to have this off balance. You're going to have this off balance feeling where you're going to have all of this new stuff, but then everything that it sits in, it doesn't make sense of the music that you're singing. You know what they maybe should have done, if they're going to do that type of music, they should have done it in the 1970s style of music, right? Meaning use older instruments, use like they did with the original Country Bear Jamborees, with the jug and the washboard and some of like the fiddles and all that. I don't know. It just didn't seem to mesh up too well. Now, will I stop in and see it from time to time? Yeah, I'll do it. This is not going to be something that I'm going to choose to do. When I'm here, every time I'm here, I'm like, oh, I gotta go in and see the Country Bear Jamboree or whatever it's called now. I'm not gonna do that. The old one was funny. The old one was kind of off color, but it was funny because it was old school entertainment back when they weren't worried about people's feelings. And unfortunately, when you're trying to not upset people, you wind up turning in a crap product. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. You have to be able to go out there and make something, and who gives a shit what people think about it. Like for me, my opinion is just one opinion. You all may watch this and go like, hey, that was pretty good, I think I want to see that. Or, I think everybody should take a look at it. I think everybody should stop in and see it if you're going to be here and form your own judgment. Just, take what I said, take it with a grain of salt, and then form your own judgment. You may be like, yeah, Matt, you were spot on, or might be like, man, you were way off, that was awesome. So yeah, it just depends. We all have our own unique opinions, and I'm giving mine. I'm not a fan. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit at all. So that is the new Country Bear Jamboree musical whatever adventure thingy, and I might stop in and do this again, as we get into the fall. Go a little bit, try it again and just see. But nah. I like the old one. Yeah, I am going to follow my own advice. It's after 12 o'clock, and we are getting the HE you-know-what out of here, because it is getting very warm. The feels like it's now 110. And we're going to go chill out by the pool this afternoon at home. And I got another vlog planned for this evening, actually. But if you're here on vacation, you should not be in this line right now. This is not that's not 35 minutes when it's all the way out of the building. But also, you should be doing what I'm doing and making your way out of the park to go take a mid-afternoon break. I promise you people, it is necessary. All right, I'm sorry, I have to do this. Look at this contraption. Look at this. It looks like the fan that they used for filming the movie Twister. I mean, what are we doing anymore? Honestly, what is going on? Have you ever saw how they filmed Twister? They put a huge fan up and they blew ice pellets at the truck following behind it. That's what that looks like. Oh yeah, the heat's getting to people, man. I tell you, man, the fights in that are real. I'm gonna say it one more time for all of you in the back, hard of hearing. Get out of the parks at 12 or 12:30. Please don't do this to yourself. I can't stand seeing this every day. It shouldn't bother me, and it really doesn't. I just feel bad for the people that have spent thousands of dollars to be here, only to have your vacation go downhill like that, and you're yelling and screaming at each other, and some may never speak to each other for quite a while when they get home. It ain't worth it, man. Take a break. Woosah. Woosah, as they said on Bad Boys. Also on the way out, I stopped here kind of in the middle of the Emporium. This is where all of the Halloween and Christmas decorations usually go, and for all the other holidays. So we're about, geez, 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks from the first Halloween party. So I would imagine we're going to see Halloween merch very soon. Look at all these crazy people. They're nuts. They're all crazy.
And that'll get a new family into that house. Really useful. I don't know if it's because it's window work.
I forget which one they put it in, one of these planters, either that one there or this one here. I think it's that one in the middle. But we'll be seeing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party signage going up very soon. So we'll wrap this vlog up when I get back home, but on the way to the car, one thing I want to talk about is, you know, people have talked about Disney backing off on the AC. There's a lot of people that have reported on that. I can tell you from from being in the buildings, yes, they have, big time. That Country Bear Jamboree was hot. That Country Bear Jamboree was hot. Holy smokes, was it hot in there. And what's not helping matters is it was decently crowded in there. Of course, I sat in the back, like I said. Whenever I'm filming a show, I love to sit in the back. I don't want to bother anybody with my screen. I try to keep it as dim as possible, but, you know, I don't want to cause a problem for anybody. You know, just that respect thing. But sitting in there, I was sweating, and it was getting uncomfortable. If you're gonna pack a room like that with that many people when it's 102, 104 out, that air conditioning needs to be set in at least the low 60s. But holy cow, was it hot in there. Also, if you could tell when I made the comment, when I asked if the stage was on fire, that's because of the smoke and fog effects they had for that one part of the show. But it's so hot and humid in there that smoke just lingered like it was. It looked like the stage was on fire. So realistically, this will probably be my last visit to Magic Kingdom for a little bit. I mean, I might try once next week. We'll see. I've all about given up trying to ride Tiana's Rainforest Cafe Bayou Adventure, whatever you want to call it. It always keeps breaking down whenever I get a boarding group, and I don't feel like sitting around for hours and hours waiting for it to come back up, and then waiting in the insanely long line while they run all the paid lightning lanes through. So it is what it is. Like I said, I might try next week, or I might wait until the very first party day for the Halloween parties. If you don't know or aren't familiar, Halloween party days are some of the best times to be here because people don't usually get day tickets because it's such an abbreviated day. And Magic Kingdom is usually between the hours of opening and about 2 or 3 p.m. it's empty. So as soon as the Halloween party kicks back up, we'll come out and I'll show you firsthand how, if you realistically, you can buy a ticket during the day to Magic Kingdom and probably have a better experience than the Halloween party, because day tickets now are as much, if not the same now, as Halloween party tickets. Well, back home again. That was a trip out to Magic Kingdom, I'll tell you. It's amazing the difference between like 9, 10, and 11 a.m. Just the temperature difference is absolutely insane. So anyway, the new Country Bear show. I gave my opinions on it. Not something I'm going to go out there and see every time. If it's something I need to just duck in and, you know, kill some time, yeah, I'll watch it. The one thing I will say though is that first song they sing, I think it's like it's the Country Bear Jamboree or something. That song sounds familiar. It sounds like it's a reformation of a different song. It just the tune sounds very familiar, but I can't place it. If anybody else knows if that is another song, let me know in the comments. But I can't place it. But yeah, just the way they did the characters, it's like they're trying to make them all hip, and they're trying to bring them into the the year 2024, but yet trying to keep it like something from the 70s. It just doesn't merge right. It just doesn't. It doesn't fit. And that guy Romeo McGraw or whatever. So that story on that one is that used to be Liver Lips McGraw, and they decided, like everything else, they're trying to find well, how does that say? They have a solution that they're looking for a problem. So they decided that the Imagineers and Disney decided that that character can't be, that character's offensive by God. And so now his name is Romeo. Because somebody somewhere said that Liver Lips was some kind of derogatory term. And keep in mind that attraction's been there since 1971, since opening day. So it's been there over 50 years. Now all of a sudden this stuff is a problem. I don't get it, man. But as I've said before, when you try to sterilize everything, you wind up with something about like the walls behind me. Just white, no color, no nothing, no personality, it's just there. And it is aggravating because that show, it could be a lot. And the Big Al scene, him singing the, what is it? The Remember Me, it just doesn't fit, because Big Al was the one that sang Blood on the Saddle, and they should have left that in there. If they're going to do anything, leave some of the original tunes in there. I'm not sure. I just think that what made that show unique is it was old school Disney, and some of the bears, I don't know if you can see on the camera, their eyes aren't blinking. Like one had an eye that was closed all the time. I mean, it looked like half the bears had Guillain-Barré, which is when your side of your face gets paralyzed. It's a nerve issue. I'm not sure. Yeah, I know Disney's been having some issues with these animatronics, so I'm not sure if, I don't think they're supposed to be performing like that with, one eye closed. It just didn't seem right. But anyway, that's the new show. Like I said, I was there for this, like one of the second to last days. I was there on the last day, but the line to get in was so insanely long, and then Disney ended up cutting it short before the end of the night. So, I'm not a fan of the show. I'm just not. Just seems like they could do so much more. And the idea when you have these older attractions is you have to preserve the integrity of the attraction. That's the trouble with this. You can't have a stage that's basically with footlights that's set in the 1970s, or even could date it back further than that, and then move everybody into the 21st century now in the year 2024, and then it just doesn't go together. I'm sorry, it doesn't merge. I felt like I was in throwbacks to the old Celebration Station up in Northwest Indiana. I think they had one somewhere near Tampa at one point. I don't know if they still have it down here or not, but last I checked there was one. But anyway, or the Chuck E. Cheese's. But yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts on it. Feel free to comment down below of what you think about it. Like I said, the majority of the show is in there. My battery was dying right when the show started, so I had to swap it out real quick. So the first like 20 seconds is missing, but it's nothing big. The other thing I missed too is the animals up on the wall. They had some pretty funny comments during the original Country Bears. Now they still say some things, but it's kind of not like what it used to be, you know. So anyway, it is what it is. That's our new show for a while till whenever it changes again. So that's what we got, and that's basically it for all the new stuff. There's nothing more in the works until D23 next month, and we get some announcements, and then from the announcements, it's whenever that opens up. Now there's some rides under refurbishment that are going to reopen, like Test Track next year and all that, which I guess you could call that, you know, it's going to be kind of a new ride, but not really. It's still going to be Test Track, just Test Track 3.0. And then there's some other rides undergoing refurbishment in Magic Kingdom, and of which Big Thunder is rumored to undergo that soon. So we shall see. Who knows? But as far as anything major going on, major brand new attractions, lands, new theme parks, anything like that, there's nothing right now. So we'll see, I guess, next month what happens. So anyway, we're going to leave you on this one. That's it. That's everything. Thank you all very much. To all my patriots, police, fire, EMS, first responders, military, healthcare, teachers, everybody who works in the public sector. Thank you very much for all you do. It's very much appreciated. With that, Main Street Fire Rescue is now out of service. And this has been the truth. And it's been actual. And I hope for everybody out there it's been mighty satisfactual. See you on the next one, everybody.